The king is back.
Good morning, everyone. How the devil are you doing this fine day? Me? Well, I'm tired. I'm tired because I've just had the best week at Bauma. I got to see some truly incredible equipment. I got to hang out with my son and my mates. I got to meet many viewers of this show, including Al Grierson from Luxembourg and our friend Tristan Mays from the World of Cranes. And we filmed some amazing content, which we'll be bringing to you in the coming days, weeks and months as part of a new show segment. More of that later. But without further ado, let me roll the intro. See, I'm out of practice. I'm going to roll the intro, post the question of the day, which is Halloween related, obviously, and we're going to get this show very much on the road. You can tell I'm fudging. I'm trying to find the intro. Here we go. Welcome to the Breakfast Show. I'm your host, Mark Anthony. It is Monday, the 31st of October, and happy Halloween to all of you. And as that remarkably persistent guy just said, welcome to our 400th Breakfast Show. Whoever thought that would happen? I'm your host, Mark Anthony. In today's show, Sennebogen has unveiled its latest mean green offering in the demolition sector, and trust me, it's very impressive. Hydrema goes electric. Bobcat brings the innovation by the bucketful. There's an interview like no other. And I'm going to say this because we may well get it resolved. I'm hoping to be joined by none other than Neil Edwards, the CEO of the Builders Conference. But we're having some technical issues. I'll bore you with that if we don't get them resolved. And we'll get to all of that in a second. But first, let's see who among the rich and the shameless will be celebrating a birthday on this day of days. Happy birthday! And it's many happy returns to painter Jan Vermeer and to poet John Keats. Happy birthday also to racing driver Derek Bell, comedian Norman Lovett, and to oversized actor John Candy. To Lord of the Rings director Peter Jackson, U2 drummer Larry Mullen, the Smiths guitarist Johnny Marr, and to Beastie Boy Ad Rock. Many happy returns to them, one and all. Viewers of this show will obviously know that I'm handsome, debonair, erudite, and blessed with a voice of mellow beauty. So when it came time to look back at Bauma 22, it was hard to find an interviewer that could match that level of excellence. And then we had an idea. So Mark, Bauma 2022 is almost at an end. How's the show been for you? The show's been absolutely fantastic. Sun's been shining, the crowds are out in their droves, the machines have been magnificent. Really couldn't have asked for any more. It's been an absolutely fantastic show. So what have been your personal highlights at the show? Yeah, there's been a huge number of highlights for me personally. The Leap Hair stand, the Komatsu stand, the Wacker Neuson stand, the Bobcat stand. Standout machines, maybe the R980 demolition machine from Leap Hair, but so much to see. Yeah, look, I know it's a long way off, but Bauma 2025, will you be back? Oh, no question about it. This is Mecca as far as plant and equipment is concerned. I'll be back here, health allowing, 2025. I look forward to seeing you there. Thanks very much, Mark. Enjoy the rest of the show. Smart, right? My thanks to my son, Fred, who provided the necessary camera magic and trickery required to make that happen. And also thanks to the team at Hyundai for allowing us to use their studio to pull that off. Hope you enjoyed it.
The Miller GT series heralds a new era of unrivaled power and cutting-edge intelligent coupler technology, increasing job site safety, machine versatility, and productivity. It's the added versatility that you need at the value you can afford. To find out more, visit millergroundbreaking.com.
The Leap Hair stand at Bauma was the biggest and the best. And if anyone tells you otherwise, they're either lying or they work for a rival company and they're lying. We'll be bringing you extensive coverage of that stand in the coming days and weeks, just as soon as we've sorted through the terabytes of video we captured during the week. But almost as impressive, excuse me one second, almost as impressive was the stand of Sennebogen, which brought an impressive array of cranes, materials handlers, and most interesting of all, at least to me, new demolition excavator. Now, I have captured an exclusive interview with Alexander Sturm, head of Sennebogen's demolition machine division. We'll be bringing that to you very, very soon as well. But while you're waiting for that, here is a look at the machine in question.
Easy to handle, quick to assemble, and simple to transport. Our tried and tested 830 demolition machine now offers new features for even more efficient demolition and dismantling. With the 3-part equipment, you not only get more reach for your multifunctional machine, but also have more flexibility in use, such as for dismantling work in urban areas. Using it over projecting edges is particularly easy. With the elevating and tilting cab, you always have an overview from a safe position. Thanks to our fully hydraulic quick change system, you can switch to shorter handling equipment quickly and safely at the push of a button. You can complete a wide variety of tasks with just one machine. You save time, fuel, and transport costs. Your demolition excavator is easy to dismantle for transport. This is also made possible by our new fully hydraulically removable counterweight. The transport weight is reduced by around 10 tons in no time at all via remote control. The transport width is small thanks to the telescopic crawler undercarriage, while the wide support base ensures a high level of stability and telescoped state. The 830 Demolition, the all-rounder for challenging demolition work, even in the most confined spaces.
And yes, if you look very closely, you might be able to see, I'm actually wearing, I don't know if you can see, these are actually Sennebogen sunglasses. And they're one of several pairs I picked up on my travels through the aisles and halls of Bauma 2022. I'll be telling you more about that a bit later on, but trust me, there's an awful lot of stuff, probably not these because I quite like these. There's an awful lot of stuff that I picked up while I was doing my rounds. And I'll be bringing that to you as a giveaway just this side of Christmas. So keep watching for that.
Since the finance bill came into effect in April, the construction industry has seen a surge of fuel thefts. The rising cost of living has placed an additional risk of theft by employees and contractors, as well as opportunistic thieves. By using diesel dye and placing warnings of its use, you are sending a clear message that this is your fuel.
Okay, since this is our 400th show, and since we have just returned from a truly epic Bauma 2022, we've decided to unleash upon you a brand new segment. Now, you will recall that up until about 10 days ago, we had a segment called The Road to Bauma. Obviously, with the show now over, we're going to be sharing with you some footage of the interviews, demonstrations, stand walkabouts, and just generally our adventures at the show. And we're going to be calling this new segment Messer München Memories. Yeah, it'll come as no surprise to learn that electric machines were a key theme of Bauma 2022. Just about every compact equipment manufacturer worth its salt was showcasing an electric alternative or two. But there was one that many may have just missed, and that was an all-electric dumper come ADT from the fine folks at Hydrema. And I managed to speak to Alan Patterson from Hydrema's US operation to find out more.
It is very exciting to be back amongst people. So this is a brand new development for us, which is a DT6 6-ton dumper, available in it comes standard as a multi-tip configuration, so it can dump 180 degrees off the back, and it's a complete new electric chassis designed especially for electric. So it comes with 8 battery packs, and there's some specs that we haven't completely released yet, but it's hopefully in 2023 we'll see it out in the in production. So we're in the middle of prototype testing, trying to see how long our battery life will be. We have a goal of a 4-hour workday, half-hour rest, another 4 hours is kind of the goal, and I think we're exceeding that, so that's where we're at. I mean, typically, especially in the smaller dumpers, they do a lot of idling, sitting on job sites, not working their way to be filled, or it's usually on smaller sites, so where you're not typically running 4 hours down a road and moving massive amounts, but it's to be available. So when it's sitting idle, it's not using any energy instead of idling with petrol or diesel. I think there's certain markets that are, certain industries that are looking for it, inside buildings, retrofitting buildings that maybe big data centers or some underground mining applications where that emission needs to be at zero, and certain communities that maybe have a situation where they need that. I know plant sites, just to help them offset. Maybe they have bigger machines. If they can help offset the amount of diesel they're buying, obviously there'll be some monitoring of usage and to understand, I guess, to make sure you can get to your rest periods. So yeah, it'll be a big learning curve, and it's a learning curve for us right now too. But we're excited to be in there, having development. It's a new axle, so the manufacturer of our axles is very excited for us to get it out to the market.
Yeah, my apologies for the sound on that one, but the Hydrema stand was directly opposite the Doosan stand, where there was a very impressive and very loud demonstration taking place pretty much all the time. But impressive new piece of kit from Hydrema, and it's going to be out early next year.
It is very...
That was the wrong button. Another company that brought the innovation by the bucket load to Bauma was Bobcat. We've recorded a pair of interviews with key Bobcat team members, including one feature-length conversation with sales director John Christofides. But just to whet your appetite ahead of those, here is just a glimpse of what Bobcat had on display.
Hello everybody, my name is Sawyer Hansen with the innovation team here at Bobcat, bringing you one of the newest innovations to the Bobcat lineup. Here we have an E35 with intelligent controls. But what are intelligent controls? We've taken this machine and modified the control system themselves with new joysticks, allowing the operator to have more flexibility and customization to their operation. So you can dig traditionally with this just like you would a normal excavator, or you can go into other modes of operation just like you would be driving with the joysticks. But really this is one step in our autonomy journey, really making it easier for operators to get work done and be more efficient on their job site.
Hi, I'm BJ Nerva. Welcome to Bauma 2022. I'm the head of innovation for Europe, Middle East, Africa, and I'm here to present to you the T7X, the world's first fully electric compact track loader. When we say fully electric, we mean fully electric. There are no hydraulics on board, and this is the most advanced track loader on the market.
And behind us we have an S76, but this is no regular S76. This has 3 brand new innovations coming to the market. First we have quad tracks, Bobcat Max control, and radar sensors. Now VJ, tell me a little bit about quad tracks.
Well, we understand customers' job sites change all the time. Today, at Bobcat, we have a track loader solution and we have a skid steer solution. But this solution changes the game altogether. This can adapt to a skid steer loader in job sites where either tracks don't work or tires don't work. Alright, so now we talk about quad tracks, let's talk about max control. So, sorry, what's max control?
Sure. Bobcat Max Control Remote Operation is a solution that allows the loader to be operated from up to 300 feet away or 100 meters. This operates on any iOS device when the kit is installed. So this is great for those times where you really don't want to get into the machine or have those short durations where you can operate from outside and do all those things you can do from inside of the cab. So a great solution for all those operators out there that might need an extra hand or somebody out there for better visibility. Now let's look at the last innovation, radar sensors. PJ, tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, as operators, you need to be more aware of your surroundings. So what we at Bobcat have come up with is a partnership with Einstein. Einstein is a company that makes radar sensors. We try to fit those radar sensors on our machine to make you, operators, more aware of your job size. This radar sensor on this machine can do 3 functions. It could either stop the machine, it could derate the machine, or it could alert you. And it's completely customizable inside the cab.
Now these are just a few innovations coming out to the marketplace, but stay tuned for more.
Thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, keep watching this show and the YouTube channels of both Demolition News and Diggers and Dozers for more from Bobcat and many other Bauma 2022 exhibitors. Also, be sure to check out the LinkedIn channel of my mate and my housemate for the past week, Mr. Peter Haddock, as he captured some fantastic interviews with the fine folks at Bobcat 2. Just before we move on with the show, just had a message from Jeremy Bashaw. Morning, y'all. Morning, Jeremy. Those that know this show and have been tuning in for the last 400 of them will know that when we have a newcomer in the chat, they get the confetti. Morning, Jeremy. That's specifically for you, my friend. Love to hear where you're watching from. I'm going to take a wild stab when you use the expression y'all. My guess is you're probably stateside. Maybe not. Let me know where you're watching from, but very, very grateful to have you here. Now, I need to press a button. I say that far too often, don't I? Let's go with this one. Now, at this point, I was planning to bring Builders Conference CEO Neil Edwards onto the show, but it appears we've been struck down with post-Bauma gremlins. So while I am here, Neil isn't. Thankfully, I've been working this morning on a post-Bauma video of my own, which I was planning to bring you later in the week. However, as we now have an unexpected hole in our scheduled program, I've decided to bring it forward. So, here goes. So, back in 2019, my son took a photograph of me. Looks like this. That was taken on the last day of Bauma 2019. I was saying goodbye to Bauma, and at the time, I was fairly sure I was saying goodbye to Bauma for the last time. Now, the truth was, I'd actually been fairly ill. I'd had burst appendix. I'd also had sepsis twice. Been pretty poorly, so by the time I got to Bauma, I wasn't in the best of health, and by the time Bauma ended, I was exhausted, and I was absolutely convinced that I would probably never return to Bauma, to the Messermünchen, or to Munich even as a city. But 3 years later, or 3.5 years later actually, I'm back, and I'm back for a lot of reasons, not least of which is the fact that I'm a lot healthier now. Did a lot of training before this Bauma, so my health is pretty good. Got a new set of trainers that's keeping my feet in good condition. But the real reason I'm back is much more complicated than that. Obviously, the main reason I'm here is the monster machines. Machines like this. And of course, there's the innovation. And of course, no show does spectacle quite like Bauma. And yet, the thing that keeps me coming back is not the size of the machines, it's not the spectacle, it's not even the innovation. What keeps me coming back, actually, is the people. The people at Bauma, the people at ConExpo, the people at Plantworks and at Hillhead, all share a common bond, and that common bond is their love of big construction equipment. Big, sexy construction equipment. So, as this Bauma draws to a close, I'm not going to be saying goodbye. Instead, I'm going to be saying, see you soon. Yeah, I'll speak to Neil Edwards just as soon as the show is over to rearrange our chat, so watch this space. But sticking with the Bauma theme, I just want to let you know that we are planning a big pre-Christmas giveaway show. Now, let's see if I can do this without wrecking the office entirely. I have got hats. I've got tape measures. I've got more hats. I've got models, and I've got a whole host of... I've got another hat. I've got a whole host of stuff that we are planning to give away this side of Christmas. So keep watching this to find out that's all hit the floor. You keep watching to find out exactly when that's going to take place. We'll do it one Wednesday evening, probably later in November. So hopefully we'll be able to fill your stockings this side of Christmas. I asked our friend Jeremy Bashaw where he was watching from. He's already said thank you for the confetti. An awesome show. Thank you very much. I'll take that all day long. He's actually watching from Hershey, Pennsylvania, the city that gives its name to a brand of chocolate that I don't actually like, but it's delighted to have you here, Jeremy. I really appreciate you being here. Yeah, going back to that giveaway, the exhibitors at Bauma were incredibly generous. I've returned with a whole heap of hats, models, stuff that we're going to give away. I say I'm going to give away almost everything because you will have to pry my new Bobcat socks from my cold, dead hands. But watch this space for our big pre-Christmas giveaway show. And now it's time for her.
Sorry to interrupt the guy with the funny glasses, but if you're enjoying this video, please hit the like button as it helps our channel. Or, better still, share this video with a friend or a colleague. Thank you. Right, back to Beardy.
Right, that pretty much wraps up the main part of this morning's show. I'm going to roll the outro in just a second before leaping gazelle-like over into the chat to see what you're all saying today. If you can't stick around for that, excuse me, please stay safe, look after yourself, your family, your friends, and your colleagues. Have a great day, and thanks for watching. But if you do have the time and the inclination, I'll see you on the other side of this.